12 o'clock.
You can feel free to come off, Joe.
Good evening, everyone. It's time to get started. It's 5 o'clock. Commissioner Stewart, going to lead us in the invocation of the prayer.
Please stand and join us. Heavenly Father, again, we thank you for this opportunity to come and serve the citizens of our great county, Lord. We're humbled by this, Lord. We just ask that you bless us here tonight with wisdom as we conduct the business of the county. We ask these things in your holy name. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, tonight we have several opportunities for citizens to speak. There's citizens to be heard in the beginning. You can speak on any item before the commission, and there's a citizens to be heard at the end. So you get 3 minutes. Just give your name to Miss Patty, and we'll call you up.
Motion to approve the agenda.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Any citizens to be heard? So we go right to awards and presentations. We have a presentation by SWAT, the youth group.
Good evening. My name is Tracy Bourgeois. I'm a health educator with the Wakulla County Health Department. Yes, Bourgeois. Louisiana.
Boudreaux.
Tonight.
You know, I was born in Louisiana.
You were?
New
Were
Orleans.
you?
New Orleans.
I didn't know that. Can you spell bourgeois? Because, you know, it's like a Smith.
Probably related to something.
Probably. I have our SWAT youth here tonight, students working against tobacco. They're here to do a little presentation just to update you guys on point of sale. Okay? This is Kendall, this is Isabel, and Adasia. All right.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Adasia Archie. We first want to thank you for all that you've done in our community to enhance the healthy lifestyle, especially among the youth of Wakulla. For example, the ordinance of tobacco-free parks around playgrounds that was established on March 20th, 2017 has created safe environments for members of our community to play and thrive in. These parks are used for sporting events, birthday parties, family gatherings, and so much more. For that, we want to say thank you. Tonight, we are here to introduce to you a topic called point of sale. In Wakulla County, we are encountering something that kills an average of 3 Floridians an hour, every hour of every day. It's being colorfully promoted and is readily available at a place you visit frequently, your local convenience store or gas stations. It's tobacco products like cigarettes, dip and chew, and electronic cigarettes, vaping devices. And tobacco companies spend billions of dollars a year to market these addictive products at the point of sale, retail locations where tobacco products are sold.
Here's a flyer that we would like to share that goes over some of the basic concepts of what point of sale involves. There are 3 main points. The first is product location. When it comes to marketing in stores, the location of products and advertisements to reach customers make a significant difference. For example, one study showed that youth exposed to a Powerwall were more susceptible to future cigarette smoking compared to those who exposed to a hidden tobacco display. The second is tobacco advertisements. Big Tobacco spends billions of dollars targeting youth because they know youth are more likely to be influenced by promotions such as BOGO. These companies also target lower-income minority communities with specific point-of-sale marketing. The last is product discounts. Pricing strategies that make tobacco products cheaper lead to increased youth initiation, experimentation, and regular smoking.
Tobacco executives view youth as replacement smokers, the next generation of customers, replacing those lost by the leading cause of preventable death is in our state and our nation. To attract new youth smokers, the tobacco industry continues to evolve the market with new products. The good news is we can change this. By supporting point-of-sale policies and by enhancing our own local policies, we can reduce this exposure to our youth. We can ensure this doesn't happen in our communities by implementing a point-of-sale ordinance to include tobacco-free school zones of a suggested setback of 1,000 feet. This can be decreased or increased according to community needs. SWAT and the Wakulla Tobacco-Free Partnership is here to assist in any steps you would like to take in implementing a point-of-sale ordinance, or for more information on this important topic. Thank you for your time and support. We look forward to working with all of you in the future.
Good job. Great.
Do you guys have any questions?
Are you guys responsible for the new billboard, not your replacement?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are.
Caught my attention.
Good, thank you. I'm glad to hear that.
Is Bailey going to speak?
When you kids grow up now, maybe y'all want to be politicians when you grow up.
No.
Nobody ever says I want to grow up and be a politician.
Do we have a current ordinance on the books concerning,
What they requested, no.
We looked at it one time, didn't we?
You have some provisions that were examined previously. I think what they're asking for is sort of a prohibition within certain zones of schools and playgrounds and other places where kids would congregate. There are state laws we'd have to look to on preemption issues, and I wouldn't be overly optimistic that we'd be able to do that, but I can look at it if you want.
I think the high school might be the only place that has a store within 1,000 feet. Is that right?
And maybe Menard.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd like for you, personally, I don't know if the rest of the board, I'd like to look and see if it's,
I'd like to see if we can,
It's doable.
if there's something we can do, at least moving it so they don't have the power wall. Basically, it's off the front, where they're really able to push the tobacco products.
And we can do that. Last time, the commission at that time moved on something, they got sued by Big Tobacco.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
And the
If we
legislature
can.
recently passed a law that if there is a preemption issue and you're sued for that and the challenger prevails, you have to pay their attorney's fees.
Yeah, I recognize if the legislature has preempted it, we're not going to touch it, so.
Okay.
But if there is an opportunity there.
We can
Thank
look
y'all.
into it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, now we move to the consent agenda.
Motion to approve.
second?
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. 5-0.
Whole audience is leaving now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Move to general business.
This is a request for the board's approval to adopt a resolution forming a Census 2020 Complete Count Committee and selecting a member of the county commission to serve as the committee's chairperson.
I think from my discussions with staff earlier, they thought they could handle this without forming a committee. So I'm fine if they think they can do it. We got plenty of committees.
That's fine with me. I think that's where it should lie. I
With
mean,
you?
y'all gonna do enough.
Fine with staff?
We're gonna advertise it on our webpage and however else we can Facebook, and so I think that'd be
Good, we can
sufficient.
move on.
So no motion, so we'll take no action, and no public hearings, no planning and zoning, no commissioner agenda items. County attorney.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is an item requesting an attorney-client executive session to be scheduled for May 20th, which is your next board meeting
Motion
at
to approve.
3:30.
Second.
Hold on. Gill versus Wakulla County. I need to get certain things in the record to comply with the statute. It'll last approximately 1.5 hours. It may take less time than that. All the commissioners would be in attendance, including and county administrator, myself, and then one of my law partners, Curly Schrader, and a court reporter.
Is that it?
That's it.
I'm thinking an hour and a half.
I'm not sure. We just wanted to give you guys enough time. And so that's at the outside. If we schedule it at 3:30 on the 20th, it'll bring you up to this meeting time at 5.
A motion stands.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passes 5-0.
Nothing further.
Nothing further. County Administrator.
Yes, we're actually paving in Wakulla Gardens Phase 2. That paving will take probably the majority of this week. Also, we'll be paving in Magnolia Gardens in about 2 to 3 weeks, the final lift there. So we're making progress with those projects. We're hoping that the boat ramp down at Masha Sands, we can have it open up real soon. The ramp is already poured, so we're looking to open that up here shortly. We're waiting for the concrete to cure, and that'll take care of that. And other than that, that's all I've got.
What's on the driveways in the gardens where we're paving the roads, what's the county policy on that? If you had an existing driveway?
We had an existing driveway that went out into the right-of-way that we tore up, we'll put the like material in.
But you're not going in and, a lot of those driveways only went to the property line.
That's
So
right.
if they want to do it from the property line to the asphalt, they got to pay for that.
Yeah, we've looked at that, and that'd be right about $160,000 with the best
I know
price we got.
Mike and Richie are pouring a lot of concrete.
Yeah. So we shied away from that.
Okay.
That would be nice to do, but we just don't have that kind of funding.
I understand. I just want to see in case
Yeah.
somebody asks,
Yeah.
what the county policy.
And for the public, it looks like we're going to get the Forest Road repaved, right?
That's the way it looks, yes, sir. Really, it was Liberty County and FDOT were awarded the grant from the federal government to pave that road.
They never gave a project limits, though. They just a letter saying we're going to pave FH13. I mean, FH13 goes all the way to
I think
Sumatra.
it goes all the way to, what's that road that runs north-south?
67 or 60.
67.
Goes to Sumatra.
Goes to 67.
I wouldn't think they're talking about paving that part of it.
That's the Liberty County side. All I was worried about was from Wakulla County to the last bridge.
Like I said, it didn't give any project limits, so I didn't know if it included that or not.
That'll
You
be
checked on
that'll
it,
be in
though?
2020. So yes.
Okay. You verified with them that
And we also talked to the refuge last week as well, Summer and I, about paving and getting behind for another program. As soon as that's finished, to apply for another, what was that, flat funding? Flat funding for the Lighthouse Road over at St. Mark's from 98 to the gate of the refuge. So that'll be our next flap.
I think when the refuge got a grant to pave that in the late 90s, early 2000s, I thought the county went in and did their.
Well, and that's what this would be, we're actually going to apply for it because there's a part of the flat funding that allows for funding for highways that are used to access, their primary reason there is to access public or federal facilities.
You can get somebody a grade 309 then. That thing is rough.
You're still worried about that.
They drive down it every Sunday.
Any word on the bridge that they closed there off of 267?
I haven't. No, I'll ask Mike to look into that.
Government Road?
Yeah.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Mhm.
Yeah. We're making progress. Our public works side of it we're really doing well. As you noticed, we've got a good program now of cutting back the shoulders of our roads. We're aggressively doing that as far as pushing back the limbs. We're getting ready to be cranking up. Hopefully next month we'll be cranking up our ditching program, which will help us, as well as our mowing program is going well. And we've also started a new program of putting a 2-foot strip of rock down on areas of roads where we have repeated people going off the road, and we've got a good process of that.
Spring Creek Highway around just north of the school is horrible.
We've got a new way of doing that, and we are flying.
Shadeville Road looks good.
Shadeville Road, we just finished that, and we did all of Shadeville Road, what, in a day? Something like that? That was a lot of rock.
Machine or something?
Mm-hmm. And that's working well, so we're slowly putting in new programs, and they're working, and we're monitoring them as we go, but we're improving every day.
Do you come out and reseed over that? That's just road base,
It'll
right?
naturally, we're gonna start rolling it better than what we're doing. That's the next thing we'll look at. But what'll happen if you go to Shell Point Road, you'll see where it's already the grass is growing up through the rock, and the rock's still there, so it's blending itself in.
Good deal.
So it's
no wildflowers were damaged in the.
0 wildflowers were damaged in the process.
Sure.
All right. Is that it for the day?
That's it for the day, unless y'all have any other questions.
Any more citizens to be heard? Commissioner discussion items. Want to start us?
Next CRTPA meeting, we're going to redo the priority list, and I'm going to get the Crawfordville section of 319 moved up in front of the south section. Right now, the part from Gulf Coast South is going to be planned to be done before the part in downtown. I'm going to get them reversed. I already told all the fellow commissioners at the last meeting, and they all said they'd go along with it.
How about the part in Leon County from,
That's we talked about trying to jog some of that around. I talked to the executive director about it, but it is on the list to be done. But we don't want to put it in front of any of the other things.
okay, just, you're going to have 4 lanes going to 2 lanes, so.
Well, if you think, I asked Greg about it, Slay. He said the problem with trying to bump it forward is, according to the traffic counts, that section 319 is not at capacity. It's at level of service C or something like that, because there's no turns. Once you get
They disappear as they're driving
well, no,
north.
once you get into Leon County, once you get into Leon County, there's either turn lanes most everywhere. It's just a straight shot. There's only like 2 miles before you hit the other 4-lane section.
Yeah.
So it ain't when you come to Crawfordville and everybody's trying to turn left and right. That's when the traffic backs up. But he told me the section from Leon County north is not at capacity right now. It's much worse down here than it is up there
Do you suppose it'll be done?
in our lifetime. My lifetime, anyway.
If we live a long life.
It is. It's like number 5 or 6 on the list. These 3 sections are above it.
And we need to keep that, but
Woodville Highway is number 1. They're going to do that one first. I tried to get that one move in front of that. That's just not going to happen. And then the other project, I think, is a blueprint project, which is Capitol Circle. So they're going to pay for that one. But we are, out of the whole CRTPA region, we're getting more than anybody. So I'm not going to throw my sucker in the dirt and mess something up.
And it's already making a difference by it being in the FDOT plan and the 4-laning started. It's there's a lot of exciting things starting to happen. So with the effectiveness of having the 4-lane is we're starting to see some of that.
If you can get somebody to give us a big legislative appropriation, they do it tomorrow. But they can only spend so much money every year. And the way it works, I don't want to drag the meeting on too long, but let's say Woodville Highway costs $50 million. DOT cannot partially fund construction. They have to pay for it all at one time. So if they only have 30, that costs 40, they're going to put the 30 million down here for right-of-way acquisition. You can split that up, but you cannot. Construction has to be fully funded in 1 year. So they're going to keep throwing money at it.
And also that from an FDOT standpoint, this road was not CIS designated, so therefore there's no federal dollars in this. DOT's paying 100% of this, which a lot of the other roads in the state that they're doing or in this region, they are CIS, so the state puts in a percentage, and so does the federal government, and they get these projects done. So this one is solely funded by District 3.
People not up on the acronyms, that's Strategic Intermodal System. So if it connects a railway to a port or to a bus station, even Tallahassee got money because of the bus station, then you can get federal funding, but that road doesn't do that.
We tried to tie it to the airport, Tallahassee Airport. We tried to tie it to our
Plus,
airport.
it's got a minimum speed limit that we probably wouldn't want either.
Yeah. So there were some complicating factors, but anyway, but it's coming, and it's we're already seeing the benefits. So.
Legislative appropriation, that's the best thing that can happen for us. If you know anybody, Ralph.
The problem is with legislative appropriation, though, is
if they earmark it, and they
is they earmark it, but it has to come. It has to come from somewhere else within DOT.
Well,
so
another
they
danger
suffer.
of legislative appropriation is they go ahead and budget it, and if the governor vetoes it, that money is just gone.
Yeah.
They can't get it back and say, all right, we'll use it. Nope, it's out for the year. So there is some risk.
Yeah.
That's all I.
Well, we're doing good. We're happy where we are.
And I really like the landscaping they put in around the high school there at that intersection. That DOT paid for all that landscaping there.
And we're on DOT about the upkeep of that landscaping because they're not doing very good with that, or their contractor's not.
I'll tell you another thing, David, I'd like us to look at is that on the design downtown, I'd heard that they're going to have to raise that roads up pretty high for drainage.
Yeah.
And we need to take a serious look at that. If we end up with a road 8 feet above where it is right now.
Well, that's just primarily down in the That's up around the, was it North Point Shopping Center, that area?
I thought it was in,
It's 6 feet higher right there in
It's
front
6
of my
feet right
office.
there.
Your
Yeah.
office?
I thought it was in downtown Crawfordville too.
There's up a little bit, but not to the
Okay.
degree you're talking about.
I just don't want to ruin the look of the whole place,
Yeah,
be a wall.
no.
How about our regional stormwater?
DOT, there's 2 ponds that they can do it with, and right now though, they've shut down anything with those. And so we're kind of sitting, waiting on DOT to open it back up again. There's 2 ponds that we could possibly go with, but they won't open their plans back again to say whether they'll go forward with, work with us on those 2 ponds.
So we had a
they're-
good meeting with them about the
They're
Wooden
kind
Lake
of to the
Road,
side.
the Wooden Lake Road stoplight. I
Yep.
don't know if you-
Yeah,
Everybody
they've
told
committed
everybody
that and that's gonna be coming back to you guys. In fact, we're gonna try to bring it back maybe the next probably we'll wait till after we close, probably the first meeting in June. Resolution to go ahead and commit to pave and realign Wooden Lake Road, then they'll put
That's right.
that lot, the stoplight or the signalization of the East Ave and Wooden Lake Road 319 in the construction plans for the second phase of.
They just wanted something in writing from
Yeah.
us, knowing that we're going to do it. If we do that, they'll go ahead and pay for the design.
They'll go ahead and
get
pay
done.
for it. That's right.
Nice.
All right, now that's all I got.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay.
You talked enough for both those.
No?
Well,
Nothing tonight.
Commissioner Stewart. All right,
Motion to adjourn.
we're adjourned.
That one was hard to keep in.